Yo.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Mm.
Made in Chafford podcast episode 85.
Hold on. Collins has his headphones.
85 and we are live.
85 of my live.
1995
1995 of my
Do you want to continue the lyrics? Or?
I don't know the rest of it, you know. I thought I had it and then it completely left my brain. Good song. Only so, nah. Anyway, let's get into the pod. Episode 85, Made in Chafford podcast. You know what time it is. Big up yourself if you're in the building. Chet Hank style. Boys, introduce yourself. Your Chet is special, man. But boys, introduce yourself.
Cole Sanusi, Big 2L in the building.
You know what
We
time
here,
it is.
we alive, and we thrive, you know?
Emmanuel, 2 Eames.
You get it?
It's 2 E's, 2 M's.
Yeah, I respect
So
it.
there's 2 L's, 2 Eames, and there's 2 Dems.
Whoa, too many twos in the building.
22 twos.
By the time the episode will come out, this will be May the 4th, isn't it? So
May the 4th be with you on some Star Wars type shit.
if you're into that. Are you into that?
Yeah, like it's not my
Is it a religion?
secret religion. What's the word I'm looking? It's not my franchise. If you listen to, you know where Marvel Boys really. But like, I'll watch a Star Wars film. There's no doubt about that. I do enjoy a good Star Wars film.
Something about say we're Marvel boys rubs me the wrong way.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
running around like a pack?
You bought into that bullshit too.
That's
actually
my
kinda
favorite
crazy.
line in the history of the MCU.
Should we get into it? Should
Yeah,
we talk
man.
about it?
Tupac became
What?
a bird.
Oh, flip's
Bro.
sake. Wait, did he play Tupac?
Yeah,
They
he
did, yeah.
In that new version?
No,
Nah.
in the Notorious B.I.G.
Oh yeah.
He did, yeah.
Wow, Anthony Mackie's
That was
doing a lot of
funny.
stuff, you know.
Clarence.
No,
It was Clarence
it
and 8 Mile.
was horrendous casting. Like, it didn't work. It doesn't work. It didn't work. And I like him. Like, he's made Captain America black.
His real name is Clarence.
It is.
So for you, if you're not, if you don't know what we're talking about, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, formerly known as Falcon and the Winter Soldier, released over the last 6 weeks, and I guess we're just gonna have a recap, a breakdown. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time. No alcohol
Said
required.
I had a great time. Like he was there.
I was on set.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, man. But I know we've spoken briefly about it, and you wasn't that impressed. It was a little too BLM for you.
No, that wasn't my criticism.
No, that's gonna become a real criticism of stuff. I don't like being
Force
yeah,
that type of.
like, yeah.
No, it warranted its place. I think. I think my only real issue was, I was a bit jarred by the fact that there was less episodes. So you know, with One Division, I felt like it was a bit more fleshed out. Whereas,
go on.
Whereas the Winter Soldier, like,
We're gonna have to kindly agree to disagree on that.
no, hey, that's your prerogative. I just felt like the last episode I didn't feel like there was any stakes.
No, it wasn't a great finale, and there's obviously a finale problem with Marvel, which I think they'll get better at. Similar to how, you know, they seem to have got it right by phase 3. You know what I mean? As in, the movies by phase 3 are more or less perfect, but it's a learning curve, and I feel like I don't think One Division had a particularly great finale, and I don't think this had a particularly great.
I think this finale was trash. I'm gonna come out on a limb and say
I think it was good enough to complete a story.
I think it was trash. I liked the very end, the very last 10 minutes. I thought that was very poignant, and I liked that was what the message was really about. But I think the whole overarching conflict with the 5 hands thing and the whatever, all that flag smasher
The 5
thing,
Bloods.
I on God, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. When the girl died, I was
understood
just
them,
like,
I kinda understood
mad
them.
thing. Wow.
I kind of understood them though. Like,
What do you mean?
The flag smashers.
Oh yeah.
Like, all of a sudden, Thanos disappears, half of the Earth. It's like, okay then, well, we're going to have a good life. People are now populating, people are now doing what they do. Like, you have to understand, that's 3.5 billion people gone. then there's going to be a bunch of people who are going to repopulate the earth. They're going to reclaim houses. They're going to reclaim whatever. Then the next thing they come back, nah, that's ours.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened in Spider-Man and Far From Home. Like, Aunt May just ended up in someone's her house was just some Chinese people's home now. Like, that's crazy. You know, like your home, you just come back and your home is not your home anymore. Like, how do you explain that? How do you rehouse all of those people? Which is what I liked. It was the cleanup for what had happened previously. If that makes sense. Like, there was a lot of questions I think we all had. Like, what would life have been during the blip, after the blip? Even to the point, I would love a show if it like was during the blip, if that makes sense, in that 5 years.
During the blip, I think it would have been amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
No cap.
No cap. There's what?
Literally. Actually, no, he was about, wasn't he?
There's 100% resources and 50% less people. So a lot of people will become prosperous, but at the end of the day, if you really do put two and two together,
when
he
snapped,
unfair.
I don't really think he thought it through though. If 3.5 billion people disappeared today, there's going to be so many people that are good at stuff and resources and stuff like that would go. Imagine like losing half of your doctors, half of your infrastructure, half of your firefighters, half of your police. Like,
but then there's half of the people you have to deal with.
But
then all the houses are still there, which means you can now build somewhat. I mean, that's what he did to Gamora. You know, he said, "I killed half of your population, and now everybody's
their
bellies are full.
Yeah, bellies are full,
and the skies are clear."
Man, I said I put clothes on your back. Don't chat shit.
I mean, well, I'm not really agreeing to it because I think there's still there's enough resources for everybody on the planet.
Perfect balance, as all things should be.
Yeah, but you know.
So you rate it over WandaVision?
I personally preferred it. Yeah.
No, I liked WandaVision. Just because at first it was really slow. No one knew what was going on, and then it built a story which like, hang on, what's this about? What's that about? What's that about? And then it was intriguing because this is the first series that Disney Marvel Studios have actually put together. Not Netflix and Marvel.
Yeah, but I agree. I think WandaVision was really interesting. I think personally, my thoughts and opinions on this have been discussed, and I feel like I was just a bit let down by WandaVision. I think this was a bit more back to the formula, if that makes sense. It was a bit more safe, and less. Actually, I'd say some risks were taken, but less risk than WandaVision. And I think this landed on its feet a bit better, personally, than WandaVision. I wasn't left disappointed. I knew what I was getting in for as well. Whereas, you know, it's exactly as you said, the first two episodes of WandaVision, if you didn't know what they were going to be, you'd have been like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
I do think WandaVision had higher highs, in my opinion, because I feel like the only real point in Falcon and Winter Soldier I enjoyed the most was just seeing Cap, you know, trying to, you know, he was wilding out when he killed that dude. That was actually interesting. But I feel like one thing that really irritated me was the episode after, the finale. Them man were just talking like they were boys.
Yeah, they were just Captain America boys running around.
Did I miss an episode? Them man were just busting bands. Him and Bucky. I was like, ain't you ops?
Yeah.
So I was like, nah. I don't know. I felt really underwhelmed by that.
No, he's killed someone. Like, how are you all laughing?
But then again, I think they have to have an understanding though.
But it wasn't fleshed. It wasn't fleshed out.
Yeah,
I genuinely feel like I missed the episode. That was my back to my.
Yeah, like, how did we get to this point? Yeah,
it should have been an episode in between. But then I think, because he wanted to get revenge.
Homeboy took the serum
at the end of the day, what's his name?
We should give him his name instead of
Bucky
him Cap.
and Falcon. Yeah, Bucky and Falcon. They understood that my man wants to fake Cap wants to come over and
Cap.
get revenge for his boy because his boy died, didn't it?
Mm.
So they understood that they might as well just use him as a tool and then just complete the mission. But at the end of the day, that conversation should have just been like, "Hey, Spud, like let's grab a beer afterwards." You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have been that.
They tried to put him in the blender when it was 2-on-1.
Which episode was this again?
You know when they broke his arm?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sam flew
Was that
into
the
him.
fifth episode?
It
I
was.
think, yeah, that was the fifth episode, and then he comes back on the sixth. But then again, he's got super healing powers, so.
Yeah, but they were running around.
At their park. What do you guys think of where they've left Sam and the future of his
Yes.
tenure
Well,
in
he's
the
getting a film.
MCU? So there's going to
Captain
be a
America
Captain America 4. Are you guys happy about that? Or are you guys indifferent about it?
At this point, indifferent. But then Marvel's done everything they can at this point for me. So like I don't. Everything's just gonna be interesting to see. Like I'm interested to see it, but like I'm not fussed. If that makes sense. If they told me it comes out in 2028, I'd be like, cool.
That's a long time.
But you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like I need to see this. You know.
Yeah.
It's not mandatory viewing at the moment.
Yeah, I'm happy for Anthony Mackie on the personal thing, but I feel like I think I said to you beforehand, like not that my interest in the MCU has peaked, but I don't know.
I hear that, yeah.
You know when you reach the top of a mountain and you're
Yeah.
like, alright, this is it. Of course, there's other mountains that can climb. There's bare stuff they haven't done, like Scrolls, Secret Invasion, all that stuff. But
Maybe
as of right now, I'm just like
maybe they need to try a thing. Because at
Yeah.
the moment, it's a lot of characters we already... Like, I want to see some new stuff is what I'd say.
yeah.
Because the thing is, Fake Cap and now Sam, who's now Cap, they're still working for the government. It's just that Fake Cap is working in a covert mission where he can kill, and then there's this one who really can't. He's just the icon, the ideology of just having to sell.
As a black man, I'm going to ask you, can a black man be Captain America? In the immortal words of Carly?
Well, I mean, in the United States, you know, that America is not a racist country.
Is that Cap?
Talk to me.
I mean, listen, bruv, you can't. You see Joe Biden and Kamala Harris here. I'm just gonna have to say this.
Auntie Kamala.
You want to call her auntie? That's you, innit? But basically, they ran a whole campaign towards black people about racial inequality, systemic oppression, and how black people have a disadvantage and how they're going to help black people. They have done fuck all.
Oh, they've only... I mean, I'm not saying that
and then not only that, hold on, not only that, they've now gone on TV and said, yeah, there's no such thing as racism.
Yeah,
in the United States, but we still have to combat racism in the United States.
But we all know...
Now, of course, your question, can Sam be Captain America?
Yo,
it depends. It really does depend.
I dunno.
It really does depend.
See, the thing is, you're not going to be Captain America for everyone. It's easier to accept Steve Rogers.
That's a
isn't
better
it?
answer.
But listen, down south, they're gonna be like, yo, get this nigger off my TV. who this boy? Captain America,
course,
my ass.
There's ignorance, but at the end of the day, it's like,
Nah, Falcon, Homeboy's gonna help someone, and they're gonna be like, go back to your country.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. But I mean, to answer the question, can Captain America be a black man today? Yes, if he's free to say what he needs to say. So if there are certain things that are just stupid, for example, well, I mean, I don't want to get into it, but if there's certain things that are just stupid in society currently or going on today that doesn't represent America in the best way, he would have to stand up for it. Why? Because he's Captain America. He would have to stand up for that.
I feel like being Captain America as a black person, there's things that you're gonna have to do and say and even believe that you might not agree with, because you're taking on the mantle of a whole country. That's insane.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
a country that doesn't love you as well. I just want
Not everybody loves you, but yeah.
Could you imagine fucking Captain Britain?
And then more importantly, there's this freaking. So the Captain America that they appointed killed a person, and now that's gone viral, and then now they've just put a black person there. It's just like, oh, what's really gonna happen? There's the perceptions, there's the generalizations.
He shouldn't have given up that shield though. Like, what the fuck? Even like I was saying, what the fuck are you doing?
What, at the beginning?
Yeah, just hang on to it. Keep it in your wardrobe or something, you know? Giving it up was crazy to me. From the jump.
What about you, Collins? What are you thinking?
What can he be?
Captain America. Can a black man be Captain America in today's
Hey,
society?
man. The president was black at one point. Just because you can be doesn't mean they're gonna accept you.
That's true.
It'll work.
Yeah.
You know, it'll work. There's a lot of there's a lot of hurt with black people in America, but they're still a part of history. So
I mean, even to the point
in theory,
it was shown in the show, like Isaiah
yeah,
Bradley,
yeah.
which I thought was probably one of
That's the best part of the show.
Yeah, that
for
was
me.
yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
best part of the
Yeah.
show because I didn't feel like it was forced. I feel like it was good. It helped aid Sam's story as
Progression,
well.
yeah.
So
And which I thought was interesting in the sense that he said no one can tell me to not fight for this country. I respected that.
yeah. No, Anthony Mackie was
He
really good.
cooking, man.
The best thing about the show actually was their brotherhood, their banter
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
each other. Sebastian Stan did a really good job as well.
I have I can't speak. I have a vibranium arm. When he said that, I was like, "Yo, you be doing nothing with that." Infinity War, you were just running around.
Just using all the straps. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
How much for that arm? Not for sale.
I'm gonna get that.
I'm gonna get that arm.
Yeah, no,
that'd be funny.
they were good. They were good. It'll be interesting to see what they do with him though, with Sebastian Stan going
Yeah,
forward.
yeah.
But
Zemo was a highlight as well. Didn't
hey,
even really
Zemo
touch.
was cooking, bro.
Oh, come on.
I decided
but
not
the thing
to
is,
kill
now
you.
you understand. You understand Zemo from a better perspective.
I always
of why
understood
he
Zemo.
wanted to destroy superheroes,
Mm.
and he was like, "Listen, superheroes, they have a god complex, and you have to destroy them because otherwise, if you don't, they will then become a
They'll
god.
destroy you.
Yeah, they'll destroy you.
No, kill or be killed. I get Zemo's logic. I'm more in line with the thought of it isn't that there needs to be super soldiers. It's more that they need checks and balances, which with Civil War I never got what they were fighting about. Like, yeah, you guys can't just be running around, you know.
Yeah.
There needs to be some form of control. The Sokovia Accords made sense. I don't know, maybe because I'm just a logical person, so I was always Team Iron Man in that. But yeah, you guys can't just be going to Lagos and blowing shit up.
Like goose.
Yeah,
Said it wrong, bro.
The way Americans say Lagos is uncomfortable.
Man. Anyway, Demi.
Lagos.
Hey, Demi.
Mm.
Are me and Eman a part of the DSS?
Oh my god.
huh?
Are we? I'm asking.
The dark skinned society.
Are we a part of the DSS?
Um.
Are we too light?
Eman, I'm sorry. No, he already knows.
Why was Drake there then? Like, bro.
But I'm not
If
involved.
Drake's a part of DSS, so am I. goddamn it.
Yeah, fuck you, know, mate. Come on, mate.
Yeah, nah, that was ridiculous. That was a beautiful video, though. It's out.
Yeah.
Oh
was-
yeah.
it was so-
Yeah.
And they just kept popping up. I was like, what the fuck? Dave said nothing in that video, and I was like, what are you doing here?
But I don't think the Americans actually understand.
What do you mean?
Because they don't know everybody in
Oh,
that whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
They know
yeah.
David, they know Damson, that's it.
Yeah. When they saw Notes, they were like, "Who?"
Who
Yeah.
the fuck is it?
Shouts to Notes, obviously, but they were like,
Wait.
"Who?"
Just before, I mean, yeah, that's a good conversation. And I get why Notes gets hate, but like, people are really invested in other people's lives, you know?
That's how the world
Like,
rolls.
he flipped that camera, and I know a lot of people turned off.
They were like,
Yeah, but then again,
Jose Mourinho.
but then again, I don't
Picture
think.
for this episode.
But as I said, like, not a lot of people in the United States. I mean, if I want to talk about like people from the UK, I mean, Notes isn't.
he's not an
He's-
established
Nah.
name. Buck
Nah,
was in the
he's-
video
he's-
just chilling
he's
as
a
well.
cool guy. I mean, he's a cool.
Buck and was Buck in that video with Gigs?
Yeah.
I think he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just mad to see Gigs out there.
Yeah, even him.
Doesn't
I'm
look
like,
normal.
to me, Giggs has never left Southeast London.
That's what I'm saying. This is weird to see him
Well,
out
it's just
there.
like,
Man, you can't be part of the DSS. Like,
What are you talking about?
Come
Asking me.
on.
Come off it.
Giggs is so. He's like old South London geezer.
Quintessential. isn't
Yeah.
it?
But what are you talking about? Like,
not.
what do we do?
What are we doing there?
What do we do?
What's happening here? What is this?
What's all this racket?
pack it in.
Yeah,
He's
for
too,
real.
He's too cold, man. Hey, have you seen? Speaking on the same subject, so you've watched Snowfall, haven't you?
Yes.
Have you
Snowfall.
watched Snowfall?
No, but I do have it on Disney.
You should definitely watch it. It's really good.
Okay.
There's a certain character in the show, right? And when he speaks on the show, his voice is bare low. You know where I'm going, aren't you?
Oh my god,
And
that video is horrible.
They showed it behind the scenes, like, you know, when they do like interview like the stars of the show just to talk about it. The guy was talking and his voice was completely different.
No, it's an issue, but is he gay?
I don't know. I have no idea, but his voice was just the complete opposite.
It's not the same. Nephew, what are you doing, my nephew?
What are you talking about, nephew? And then when he speaks on the show, he's like, well, when you talk about it, it's just like...
I was like, what? He sounds like a... I'm not even gonna lie. Like, there's no problem with... Like, he sounds like a white woman. That's what I thought. I was like,
wow.
Sounds like a Karen.
Like, this guy's about to call the manager in 5 seconds.
Listen, the talent that these actors have to change their voices. Even people didn't even know Damson was from the UK.
Mm.
You know, so.
Damson's proper London as well. Like,
yeah.
It's insanity, man. Damson's just living his best life at the moment, you know.
He's cold, man.
Yeah.
For real, dog.
Shout out to Damson.
He's so cold.
Enjoying himself with Winnie Harlow. That's the type of life I'm trying to live.
They tried to put him in a spliff when they saw that picture.
Describe Winnie Harlow for the people that know.
Beautiful girl. When you see her, you'll know. It's the model with vitiligo. But the way hers is, it's like, I've never seen anything like it. It's quite symmetrical, isn't it? So, yeah, I guess that's why she's become very famous for it.
I see. Okay.
You didn't answer my question, though. Are we a part of the SS or not?
No.
You're like the chairman, so you got to let us in.
You're the chairman.
Let us in, Demi.
we will have a code to get let in.
That's too funny.
It's an honor and a privilege, but, you know, it's not for the faint-hearted.
I hear that.
When Daniel Kaluuya pulled down his mask, it's like, what are you talking about, bro? DK is, he's someone I'd love to have on the pod.
Yeah, he's got good energy. He's got good energy.
For real.
I'm happy he won. Have you guys seen that movie that he won it for?
Oh, it was a really good film. He's cooking though. Like, this is why I'm like, when America...
This is Judas and
Messiah.
Messiah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not seen it. I need
when
to watch
Americans lose roles to Brits, I'm like, you guys need to step your game up then. Like, I don't feel bad. If Daniel Kaluuya is that good, if Damson is killing it that much, there's so many examples of them.
I think the reason why they lose their roles is because many of them are not. You know when you have to apply for a job and then they say 5 years experience. the British actors, they have 5 years experience because they've been in the theatre. Like,
it's the theatre, wasn't it?
It's the theatre experience.
Yeah.
BBC as well. BBC is like Warner, bro. Like,
oh yeah, this goldmine.
It's big for them. So then when they know that you've done it for the BBC, they know that you're a proper actor. So they know that you're seasoned. So then when they request somebody from someone like Daniel Kaluuya, when they ask for him, they obviously know his CV. But also another thing is, I think it's your brand, it's your name.
Actor.
It's your brand and your name. Because, you know.
Let's get into it. Like, Daniel is such a good actor. Like, one of the biggest movie scenes that I always think of that like shook me up is from him, and it's like, give me the keys, Rose.
Oh man, in Get Out.
Yeah,
the realization scene.
You know, I can't do that, babe.
I
think every black person was
like kicking shit in the cinema.
Listen, I wanted to jump through the screen.
For real?
Like, just chef her up. Like, why would you do that to me?
That movie's a classic and no one can tell me any different. I'm sorry.
That's
an
absolute fact.
That movie's a classic.
It's such a good film.
The scene in Black Mirror as well.
Yeah.
Where he was on that talent show thing. Yeah, incredible.
He's just been cooking for a while.
And, he's great.
Yeah, you deserve your Oscar, boy. Have that. Enjoy it. Your Oscars will be coming for you, though. They didn't give my boy Chadwick.
I didn't see that performance.
I didn't either, but I just wanted him to have
just
it.
on a posthumous thing. Yeah.
What was this?
It was for Ma Rainey, I want to say.
What film is this?
It's a Netflix special.
Describe it.
I don't know. I think it was a film about jazz.
Do you guys think there's...
I don't think I've seen it. Is it the one with...
No, I've not seen it either.
Viola Davis?
Yes, it is. Correct, yes.
Yeah, I've seen... No, you know what? He was a great actor. Because the thing is, Chadwick Boseman in this film, you were invested in the character. You didn't... You obviously knew that was Chadwick, but you didn't think it was Chadwick. You thought it was a character.
He blended in.
He blended in, and then obviously, like, the way he speaks about certain things and how his character develops to becoming who he is in the actual film is brilliant. So yeah,
I reckon he deserved one for it.
Yeah,
Has he had better performances? Would you say, from an objective, obviously, perspective?
I think he's had better performances.
Really?
But that's not to say that this wasn't a
good one. Yeah, because he's a good actor anyway.
Yeah, but do you know, like his death is so painful because I feel like between the Five Bloods and Ma Rainey,
he was cooking.
Yeah, he was setting it up. But
It's a shame.
You was gonna ask a question.
It was to do with Daniel and just UK actors in general. Do you guys think there's probably, obviously it's not an issue to us because we don't care, they're not taking our roles, but on the opposite side, do you think there's a point in them being annoyed? Because if you look in history, it's happened bears, like Idris doing The Wire, he had to lie and say he was from there. And like
the best
Samuel Jackson was like, oh, they're stealing all our roles, etc., even though he plays himself in every movie, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, you can't keep going around just saying motherfucker and get $100,000 for it.
Who's that nigga on that name?
Oi, Christian Bale's fucking racist.
No, that was character. Stop.
Let me
not my Batman. Sorry.
Let me add context to that. Christian Bale, we love you. You're not racist. But that scene in Shaft, I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
I haven't seen it. What is, you gotta show me after this.
He's doing what white boys would do to try and engage conversation with black people on a satire level.
So, okay,
you like chicken and watermelon?
Oh, right, I see. Fair enough.
What are you gonna take a knife and steal something from me?
I did not see that scene. I thought it was fake. I was like, what is happening right now?
Did you think it was fake, like that Brad Pitt scene where he was talking in patois?
Is that not a real scene?
Apparently, it's real. When I found out it's real,
everything gonna be alright.
Everything gonna be alright.
So what was it?
Do you think they have a point? And I say that because, let's say if it's the reverse, let's say we have a bunch of actors from the US coming here, taking our scenes. How will we feel about it?
Yeah, I guess you'd feel it type of way.
If it's done correctly, in my opinion, there shouldn't really be an issue.
And I just feel like with acting, if it's the best person for the job, then it's the best person for the job. And when we're sitting around here acting like Americans don't have good black actors themselves,
they do.
So you know,
they're all rubbish. That's why we're coming over and taking your jobs.
Who's like a good black actor? Let's say in their 20 to 30 sort of range. The only one I can think of right now is Michael B.
Yeah, and he's alright. Yeah. He's not the best, but he's not bad. Like he's
a good actor.
He's good, but I think compared to our stars, I'm being biased.
That boy gets by on his looks, and that's it, isn't it?
No, he's a good actor. Yeah,
he's good. Like, but if in my humble opinion, if I was to compare him to like a Damson, there's no.
You think it's clear?
I think most of the UK actors are clear. These man, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Bashy. Oi.
Even Kano, bro.
Nah, Kano.
You still thinking about that?
Why are you not as angry as I am right now,
bro?
Yeah.
That's that's such a good scene.
Michael B can't pull from that bag. I'm sorry, he just can't.
Yeah, Kano could do. Kano could do Michael B. Michael B can't do Kano.
That's a fact.
Could you imagine Michael B in Top Boy? Oh, that'd be.
They'll put him in the split.
That's what they were saying.
What you trying to get into?
What you trying to get into?
Like Drake being in the fucking show as well. Could you imagine?
I think he's going to be in the show, but he's
Champagne Pappy.
Yeah, Champagne Pappy.
You better not.
That's a horrible.
Yeah, I'm like.
And he's had it for years, so he can't change it now.
Yeah, I don't know what could he be like in Top Boy.
He'll just be the Connect.
I hope he doesn't do anything.
I
really hope he just doesn't.
Do you think he'll be the Irish Connect?
The Irish Connect. Top of the morning.
Top of the morning to you.
I need a top of the morning. Got a Hennessy in my hand.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I was gonna make a point. Even to the point our rappers are getting good. Like obviously, but Dave, I think shocked everyone. I want to see more acting from Dave.
Yeah, 100%. Maybe show a bit of range. Do something.
Fresh Home,
different.
Crazy EastEnder, Daily Offender.
It's already a legendary scene in itself, so we'll see where it goes with it for sure.
Get in the fucking car.
How many times I have to tell you? I don't care. Legend.
Like,
Splash niggas in and out. Nah, he was cold. He was
100%.
cold. But yeah, a lot's happening, man. It's good to see. Obviously, Daniel, big up yourself. You already know that. Yeah, no.
No Clark.
Yeah, let's talk about him.
Yeah.
It's a shame, isn't it?
A disappointment. Big disappointment. Well, to be honest, I am not surprised that this behavior is happening in
Well, if
the
you listen
industry.
to Adam Deacon, you already knew this.
The sexual behavior and exploitation of people in general within the industry of film and theatre. Noel Clarke has been accused by 20 different women.
Crazy.
For sexual assault.
20 is a crazy number as well. And I'm a big believer in there's no fire.
Yeah.
So, like 20 people to come out and say, and then Michelle Cole was also like retweeting saying, yo. So, I mean, he's not getting away. He's not getting out of this one, is he really?
To be honest, I remember having I had a conversation with a group chat, and I'm like I've been watching conspiracy theories from back then, yeah, like way back, and they were saying, yeah, to take all these people to initiate them, they have to do this and that, blah blah blah. I'm like, I really don't believe that. But then when you hear about Weinstein, you know, you hear about these sort of situations where it's like, this is real. You hear about Bill Cosby. I think with Bill Cosby, everybody was doing drugs, everybody was having sex, but that's not to dismiss the fact that he may have taken it a bit too far.
Yeah.
Not a bit, of course, because a lot of women came forward and said, yo, this is what you've done.
Yeah.
So with the Noel Clarke situation,
it's just an abuse of power.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's definitely abuse of power. And then more importantly, it's their circle.
Yeah. It's
that's not to say that somebody within like his famous circle, I mean, it could just be within his acting circle, because he was talking about another actor. I've forgotten his name, but yeah, continue.
My thing was, it doesn't make it right, but Noel Clarke's not even like that famous, you know what I mean? In the sense that, like,
no, he's big.
He's big, yes. He's famous, but like, I don't think as regular people, unless we ever, if we ever get to that stage, you'll never understand being that famous and maybe even having that power. Again, the key thing is, it doesn't make it right, but it's just it's an insight into a world I don't think we'll ever understand, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think also the irritating thing for him is he is on the cusp of people kind of breaking through to mainstream. That makes sense, because we've always known him for the roles he's done, and he's done that show Bulletproof, so he slowly already has his foot in the door. So him winning this BAFTA would have been him
that would have been it. That's
propelled.
And you're gone clear.
Exactly. But the weird thing is, like, they gave it to him
knowing.
Yeah. So something is that I was like, what? Like, what? Why would you?
Are you saying the timing of giving him a BAFTA and then?
Well, no, it's not. It's the fact that the BAFTA Academy, or what, I don't know what
they were aware of it.
They were aware of these accusations, or
and yet
they still gave him the award.
But then I think once he got like convicted, or like the charges were actually put against him, then they were like, okay, now we're going to rescind it.
Yeah, and you can't rescind something you've given. Really, like it's in his house, I'm sure.
Take it back.
No, I think
wise words are wise.
No, I think it's a bit different, because it's like, it's a situation where it's like, I give it to you, then a bunch of people come up and say, no, this guy is not who he says he is.
No, but they knew they've been sitting on this story for a minute, so they were fully aware, and they still gave it to him. Yeah.
So you're saying the awarding academy knew already?
But that's what I'm telling you.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, help me here.
I think they.
That's what I read.
I think they just awarded him, and then the allegations popped up. Then the charges came. Then that's when they withdrew.
Is he being charged for shit?
I don't know if he's being charged. That's what you just said. I'm just going off what you just said.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
I
So
think so. That's what I read yesterday.
I can't confirm.
Jail time.
Probably. It's like a bunch of convictions, so I won't be surprised.
Yeah. I can't confirm neither deny that man. That's
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
overall it's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame, and obviously prayers to everybody who was affected.
He was
trigger
talking
warning
about,
as well. Maybe we should put a trigger warning before.
Yeah, he was talking
there
about
we go.
actor in particular. I've forgotten the actor, but the actor he played in Doctor Who. He also played in the CW as Ra's al Ghul.
Who?
Nah, he wasn't Ra's al Ghul. He was another. He was someone's dad in Arrow. He was someone's dad. He's a British actor, and he's a big. He basically was talking about like how he would be in the dressing room just showing dick. Like super trigger warning, but he'll be in the dressing room, just putting his dick on everybody. And the thing is, Noel Clarke was saying, they're very envious for the fact that he's gay and they're not, so we can get away with it. So that's the behavior that he was expressing. So now people are trying to call him up and say,
I don't care which way you swing. Don't be pulling out your dick. That's just weird.
And the way he was not like it was joking, but then it was
behavior if ever I saw it.
He took it a bit further than a joke. The way he was on
out.
stage, just talking about. He had the mic. He was just like, dick right here. Well, actually, I shouldn't. But he was talking about how he was doing it.
meat on the wrist.
Meat on the wrist, on the shoulder.
My kettle collection's crazy.
That's gross. That's so gross.
But then I think, actually,
Hey.
I don't even want to assume
That's
anything.
gross.
I'm just thinking that some people are purely disgusting and whatever, but they should get help, man. They should get help. They deserve to get help.
The industry has a lot of sickos.
But
man.
you
Sickos.
deserve to do your time as well. If the allegations are true.
Made this here? Yeah, no, it's terrible. It is bad. I guess again, as you said, prayers to everyone.
Absolutely.
Involved in the situation, and like if the charges are against you, and it's clear as day as it does appear to be in this situation, then there's nothing to talk about. Get him out of here.
Yep, lock him up. Throw away the key.
For real, yeah. So I guess, is there one more topic?
One more. I guess we could talk about the European Super League and the riots yesterday at Old Trafford, Manchester United Stadium. It doesn't have to be fleshed out, but
I want to go on record saying I was in favour of the Super League.
Let's give the people.
I was, yes.
Okay,
I was.
Right. Just to give a bit of people context, I don't know what's
Cole,
going on.
you do it, because I feel like...
Yeah, long story short, European Super League, the biggest teams in Europe wanted to band together to create their own tournament against the Champions League, which involves the founding members never being able to be relegated, 15 teams.
That was weird.
But having 5 teams who are in a position to qualify into it, so they can get relegated and depromoted. The problem was people don't like that because it's anti-competition. It reflects the American model of franchises and not actually clubs, which are actually owned by and, not owned by, supported by local people. Because, in America, you can be like, okay, this is the New York Nets. We can relocate to Tampa Bay and become the Tampa Bay Nets.
Yeah.
That would be the next step, essentially.
I see.
So Manchester,
New York.
Did you get it? So, so the issue is all around money. So JP Morgan was going to give them the money to earn the money back. So that was like, oh, it's an American thing that's going on here. Man United's owners are American, Liverpool's owners are American, and they just want money essentially. And the fans are not happy about that. They want the local fans to be put on a pedestal, but in their eyes, in the owners' eyes, the local fan money might not be as much as the foreign fan money. Yeah. You have foreign people who fly in.
These people are business, like
it's a business at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean?
Massively. Alright, so
why do you stand by it?
Because I just think football's in disarray.
Is it because Arsenal not going to make top 4?
I saw that 4.5 million. I said, yo, sign Haaland now.
Do it.
Get on the dotted line. Where's Grealish? Let's chat.
Hey, Jack, come.
I think football's in disarray at the moment. I think it's quickly becoming a boring sport.
I somewhat agree.
Games are becoming painful to watch. I don't know how much this would have injected something into it, but for a week, football was exciting. It felt exciting. It felt like something different, which the sport needs. I'm all in favour of revamp. Maybe it wasn't the correct revamp, but it made a lot of people stand up and
realize UEFA.
Yeah, UEFA's trash. The Premier League's trash. At the end of the day, it's all like what Bamford said was true. So Patrick Bamford came out and said, if it don't make money, it don't make sense, more or less. All these people just care about their bread. So all of you, you're all hypocritical. You've got your own problems. And these guys were honest and said, yeah, it's about the check. Let's make it happen.
It's all about money. It's all about money. And I think the real problem is, in my opinion, is
the
that
biggest issue people had was the lack of competition, which was weird to me. But I don't mind it because I also like the NBA in the sense that, and NFL, like, you can't get relegated. I get that. But I don't think not being able to get relegated doesn't mean there isn't competition. I like saying there's no competition in the NFL. There clearly is.
There is competition, but there's no scope. There's no scope for someone to come out of nowhere. In the NBA, it's easy because players get drafted.
There's not really a scope for that to happen in it. Very that's how people are only saying. My only criticism of that is people are only saying that because Leicester won the league less than 7 years ago. That's it was an insane fairy tale, but that's what it was. It was a fairy tale. That probably won't happen again for 100 years.
But just because they've won doesn't mean that there's no scope for competition. You can still get a team that will come in and give it their best and potentially get to a semi-final. Will still feel like a final for certain teams. Just because they've won, it's not an equation to, it being a fairy tale, so to speak. And I think in the NBA, the reason why it works with the NBA is because there's a draft. So you can get the shittest team and they can get the number one seed. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, their man are the best team in the league.
I hear what you're saying.
Whereas the money is still centralized, that United will still have money to spend on whoever they want. Tottenham will have money to spend on whoever they want. So it doesn't actually work, in my opinion. I agree that there should be a reform because the new Champions League is even shit as it is.
I felt sick when I saw that.
But at the same time, the way they've gone about it is all about money.
I think there was a few issues. Yes, I think the way they went about it was poor. It's like me having a secret and being like, not you needing to know this secret. It's very vital that you know it. And then me holding on to it for as long as I can. And then just being like, putting it in the chat or something and just being like, this is happening.
It's gross.
And the secret.
There's no secret. But I'm giving it as an example.
Yeah. And the reason why the United fans are really pissed off, in particular, to give contact swapping yesterday, is that
Sunday. But
yeah. Long story short, the Glazers, when they bought Manchester United, they did a leverage buyout. A leverage buyout is where you buy something with debt and equity, and the debt is cheaper because the interest side of it allowed it to be cheap. But essentially, the interest. The percentage of the interest can get disproportionately high, so the debt will climb. So they bought Man United, securing the assets against United on the asset itself, which is Manchester United. So the debt is against Manchester United, and as time has progressed, Man United have been paying off the interest and the debt. So essentially, Man United were debt free up until 2005. Once they got bought, 500 million of debt. Do you know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. Okay, they've bought players over the years. The net spend is 1.2 billion. Obviously, we know we're shit at spending money, but that 1.2 billion is also the amount that's been paid through the debt and the dividends that's been paid out to the Glazers. So essentially, they're sucking money from the club, using the money that the club generates to buy the players, but then sucking money through interest payments and through dividends. So Man United fans are really angry about it. They've been angry for years, and now the Super League was just a cherry on top to show, okay, these men really don't care about us. Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's
similar thing to yours. Not the debts, obviously. The Conke, the whole thing is the structure's a bit different. Your squad, your team isn't riddled with debt because you had loads of different people who own the team. Yeah. But again, there's no want or emotion from your owners, so they don't care.
I don't even think he could tell you're an Arsenal player. But yeah. I'm not that I'm personally not that fussed about it. Like, my biggest issue is he's invested in something that he clearly doesn't necessarily care about. He's a businessman at the end of the day. So he's got teams in the States to the point where Arsenal is just a leverage to improve his teams in the States. So he actually invests in his teams in the States. But I'm a big believer in order to make money, you have to spend money. That's just the way it goes. So I don't see why he wouldn't want Arsenal to be the best team, because then I don't want to go watch Arsenal play. Like at the moment, I don't want to go fucking watch I don't want to go see El Neni pass back. You know what I mean? If the team was better, I'd be more invested. You'd make more money from me. I'd probably buy an Arsenal top. But at the moment, no.
Then we move closer.
It's a sorry state of affairs. But at the end of the day, I mean, it was interesting for a week, like you said. But when everyone was dropping out, it was like, oh,
Get rid of VAR, man. That shit sucks.
Boy, that's another topic
Man,
in itself.
For real. All right.
Man,
So yeah, no. Good episode, boys. Made in
Yes.
Chafford podcast episode 85.
85
we hope
and
you
alive.
enjoyed this. We hope you enjoyed this one. Obviously, like, share, subscribe, follow us at Made in Chafford,
and also comment, on the comments, so we know your views, your vibes,
Your opinions.
And obviously, a big special shout out to Vincent Chong, one of our close friends.
Oh yeah,
Happy birthday, King.
Of course, man.
Birthday yesterday.
He helped us with the
website.
of course,
So,
man.
yo, Vince, I hope you hear this.
Love, brother.
I know he listens. My guy messaged me the other day. I was like, yo, really happy for you, your progress with because he more or less made my workout plan. So, yo, Vince, big up yourself. But yeah, no, Made in Chafford podcast episode 85.
85. Quick music suggestions.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah. Look, you
Gotcha.
see this guy.
I would have
over
gotten
here?
away with two.
This guy is really eager.
You know what? Big up, because obviously DJ's their manager. Big up yourself. I didn't really get it at first, but that latest trend song is hard as bricks.
It's a good song. Eman put it on the playlist quite a
Yeah,
long
he
while
did,
ago,
but I
didn't
didn't take it in. It's perfect 16-year-old music. Like, I love it, and that's not a that's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? But I think it's such a good
he?
song.
I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. All right. So this week's. Oh,
That wasn't my choice, by the way. But I just wanted to big ass.
to be honest,
No problem.
I'm stuck in between Spaghetti by Smino and JID.
Smeen. I like Smeen.
But you know what? Nah, forget it. This week, just recently released. The song is "Big Step Up" by PS Hit Squad.
Is that the one with gigs?
No,
I think it was
this song could actually take over the summer.
You think?
Okay.
I have to take this in.
I only put songs that I like, bro.
All
Come
right,
on.
then.
I only put some hits out here.
I bloody
don't
hope
take
so.
me for some little man, bro.
Yeah, I hear that. My choice is going to be Blanco and Central C, The Great Escape. Central C's having a year, man. Honestly, that boy's doing his thing. So, and Blanco's been cold. So yeah, no, that's my choice.
Cool. My choice is Do-Rag Activity by
Baby Keem.
Baby Keem and
Billy
Travis
Keem.
Scott.
Which is a good Travis Scott verse.
Big stench. Yeah, he's in his bag.
Yeah.
He's in his bag.
Utopia's on the way, baby. So
Cool.
Just the name, Durag Activity.
Do-Rag Activity.
activities. It's so weird that he's Kendrick's cousin, and they're like quite polar opposites.
Yeah.
He's not even. I'm assuming he's a West Coast artist.
I don't know where he's from.
He doesn't give me that kind of vibe.
Why is he from Shy?
He's probably from Chicago.
Chicago.
considering,
What gives you that impression?
His
Kendrick
dad's from
was
Chicago.
His dad's from Chicago.
Yeah.
Kendrick's dad's from Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the more you know, then.
The more you know.
It's on his album.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Made in Chafford podcast episode 85.
We
Take
out.
care. We out.
Bye.